Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Wow, I mean, just wow. I think honestly, in a way, we are privileged to bear witness to what's currently going on. Folks, it feels like a shift that we're experiencing in real time. Like I said in the previous video, this event was obviously horrible. What happened to Trump is saddening, scary, frustrating. I mean, it's any negative term that you could possibly apply to it, it applies. But at the same time, it seems to be producing something totally beautiful, a compassion, a human connection that's just so deeply powerful. You know, this moment truly seems to be uniting us all. And when I say all, I mean all minus the blue anon freaks, you know, all regular people who saw what happened and believed their own eyes. Definitely not the people who are saying it was staged, it was a hoax. There is something special happening right now. I want to delve into day one of the Republican National Convention. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, day one of the RNC, right after the attempt on Donald Trump's life, there was just something special in the air. The moment he came through that tunnel with that bandage on his ear, I don't know about you guys, but I got chills.
Donald J. Trump.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life.
Now, of course, I could already imagine a blue-haired, blue anon person furiously typing away at their keyboard. Well, you feel that way because you're a Trump cultist. You're in the MAGA religion, and so you praise Trump as a god. Yeah, okay. I'm sure that's going to be the claim, but obviously that isn't the case. It's not just people who like Trump. It seems a lot of people had that same reaction. Here's CBS News' Gayle King, not exactly your typical right-winger Trump supporter, expressing how she felt.
Tony, I have to say, I was watching it at home last night. I felt the emotion sitting in my bedroom coming through the TV screen. I can't imagine what it was like on the floor. Tell us, what was it like?
There's just something so incredible. Everybody can see it. If you deny the beauty on display right now, I don't care, I'm not mincing my words, you are objectively a bad person. A person that puts politics above decency and human life. You know, that iconic moment of Trump standing up and saying, fight, fight, fight. Then showing up at the RNC a couple days later, not skipping a beat. He didn't have to be there on day one. He wasn't even scheduled to speak, but he showed up with that bandage on ear, and really, he didn't have to say anything. Everybody got it. The energy, the tone in that room was just something incredible. That's the RNC crowd after God Bless the USA played, chanting fight, fight, fight. I'm telling you, people are watching this in amazement. People are connecting with Donald Trump on a level that they never have before. They're seeing him vulnerable. And you know, some people would suggest that's a bad thing, but in this case, I don't think so. I think Trump needs a little bit of vulnerability. For a lot of people, he's a little too rough on the edges. This smooths out those edges. Seeing Trump in this calm state, I mean, the man experienced a horrible trauma, and obviously that kind of experience changes you. And clearly, you're not going to be immediately back to your full self on day one. Trump certainly wasn't. To be honest, he looked like a man who had a close call with death. And in a way, I think for a lot of people, it kind of confirmed that, you know, this guy's human. He bleeds red just like us. He's a human being just like we are. And maybe we've been too engulfed in all the media narratives, thinking he's this horrible monster. Maybe we were wrong. Maybe he's just a regular guy. You know, it's what I've been talking about forever. The humanization of Trump. This was one of those moments on steroids. It wasn't just the walkout. It wasn't just when he was sitting there. It was also this viral moment.
It's a great pleasure to be here. Great pleasure to see President Donald Trump safe. And if I may, before the benediction, give you this promise. You're going to be so blessed. You're going to be tired of being blessed. I guarantee it.
self-deprecating, laughing at himself, willing to smile and joke and have a good time after this horrible tragedy. Look, the guy's displaying incredible resilience, and everybody can see it. Everybody can see that this man essentially took a bullet for the country, and that right there seems to be the prevailing narrative.
I respect him even more. Some people might have said, that's it, that's enough. I'm out of it, but not Mr. Trump. He puts America before himself.
That right there is what I'm hearing from people. This whole ordeal has people watching in amazement. I mean, even some very unlikely figures are coming out with tweets like this. Here's the TYT's Cenk Uygur, and I give him tremendous credit for this tweet. He wrote, "One more credit to Trump and his fans today, and only today, Trump sticking his hand up in the air and saying, 'Fight, fight, fight,' while the crowd chanted, 'USA, USA, USA,' was badass." Someone then responded, "I thought so as well, very iconic. Some of the media disapprove though." Cenk responds saying, "F that, if I got shot, I'm also standing up and saying, 'Fight, fight.' Anyone who criticizes him for that is nuts." Well, you took the words right out of my mouth, Cenk. I think a line is being drawn in the sand right now. There's everybody with their head screwed on straight, looking at Trump and just saying, wow, what an amazing man. I mean, what a specimen. Just absolutely incredible, the strength, the resilience. And then there's the other people who frankly have completely lost their damn minds. I mean, for Pete's sakes, we're all watching the RNC day one. Trump comes out and I get the chills. I mean, legitimate goosebumps. Everybody's got their eyes glued to the screen, my entire family, every friend I know. The whole world is watching this in amazement. Even left-wing hosts are giving Trump tremendous credit, and then you have these leftoids who are totally unable to read the room, complete nutcases, attacking Trump during the event. Many people were posting this video.
The Republican ticket is now a real estate developer and a venture.
He can't stay awake.
But therefore the people, because that's what they really think they've got a case to make to the
My boy cannot stay awake.
I'm not just going to say, I also think it's the evolution of the power of Donald Trump. Not the evolution of the power, the rise of the power of Donald Trump.
They talking, he
Maybe
sleep.
for being generous for a second, because we've lost a lot.
And they were trying to push a false sleepy Trump narrative, basically trying to do exactly what CNN did right after the shooting. Remember this article, where they said Trump fell and then he was carried off the stage? The crackpot journalists at CNN were legitimately trying to spin an assassination attempt on the former president as an old age fall. See? He's just like Joe Biden. Unbelievable. And here they are during the RNC trying to paint Trump as sleepy and old. The guy got shot 72 hours ago. He was in the hospital. He's flying all over the place. He's probably barely slept. First of all, he has the right to be tired. And secondly, what they aren't telling you about this clip is that was during a prayer. In other words, he was closing his eyes, praying. But leftoids on the internet were trying to push a totally false, bogus narrative. Like I said, there's a line drawn in the sand. There's people with their heads screwed on straight, and then these complete violent lunatics. It feels like a sobering moment in history. Like finally, people are getting it. They're seeing through the divisive nonsense, and they're finally seeing the left for who they truly are. Sleepy Trump. I mean, what a joke and such horrible bad taste. These leftists continue to sabotage their own interests. They look absolutely horrible, and very simply put, the majority of the country is not going to align with them. Honestly, it almost feels as if these people are campaigning for Trump indirectly. And let's move on to the second example of that, and that comes from Mr. Mark Hamill. Who would have thought that the original Luke Skywalker would grow up to be such an utter disappointment? Again, just campaigning for Trump, these people look nuts, they look horrible. Right after Donald Trump shows up on screen for the first time after the shooting with that big bandage on his ear, Mark Hamill tweeted this: "First appearance of ludicrously oversized ear bandage, apparently not needed prior to tonight." What kind of reaction is this? But more importantly, what kind of human are you, Mark Hamill? This horrible response, this tweet speaks for itself. I don't have to say anything, because these people are obviously losing. They are making complete fools of themselves. Just let them keep talking, because as Cenk Uygur quite accurately said, anybody who criticizes him for this stuff is clearly nuts. Something's obviously happening, something beautiful, something that is going to impact history and culture forever. Donald Trump was a cultural icon, but now he is a cultural icon on a whole other level. He's one of the most badass MFers I've ever witnessed. He's quickly become one of my favorite human beings, especially after the events of last weekend. And to finish this video, we're going to wrap it up by simply playing this video of 50 Cent at one of his local concerts singing the song Many Men with Trump superimposed over his Get Rich or Die Trying album cover. It doesn't get any better than this.
Many men wish death on me, Lord. I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me.
Thanks for watching, friends, and I'll see you on the next one.